Muscle skull. How do you do a chest workout in a prison cell? Alright, so, guys, I'm going to be breaking down my cell workout for chest, okay? Right, so, first exercise, alright, or first style of exercise that you have to do to build the chest inside of your cell. Obviously, you got no free weights, you got no machines, no fucking luxuries, so you got nothing but basically the floor. You might be lucky and possibly you've got a chair or a desk or some kind of like level which you could possibly use. You have to try to think with your brain, you know, be a little bit creative in terms of what you can use in your cell, and every cell is usually slightly different. But and the cells that I was in, predominantly I had access to a desk, a chair, and the actual bed itself, you know. So we'll start off obviously using the floor. Perfect. We're just doing push-ups, okay? And again, push-ups, you can do a million fucking variations. So for the inner chest, I used to like to do like diamond shaped push-ups. So finger and thumb diamond shaped push-ups. That helps to work the inner chest right here. Then I do wide push-ups, you know, just nice and wide, obviously help stretch the chest out. They were fucking awesome. I would do normal push-ups. I would do push-ups with the elbows in. I would do one hand up, one hand low. I would do quarter push-ups. So, you know, like just small movements. I would do them super slow. I would do them super fast. I would do clap push-ups. I would do all fucking variations. I would hold the position. I'd hold it for 30 seconds and then boom, squeeze it out. And then go back down, hold it for 30 seconds and boom, squeeze it out. So just changing the tempo, the repetitions. There wasn't really much you could do in terms of like adding weight. I mean, it was a fucking pain in the ass trying to put stuff on your back and balance it. It was a fucking nightmare. So for me personally, I just use body weight. But yeah, so like I say, the first one is push-ups. And guys, use your own fucking variations. Use your brain. Put your elbows in, put them out, do them fast, do them slow. And just do as many as you can, you know, like this is the other thing. I didn't have a specific number that I would do every time. Like it wasn't like I'd say, oh, I'm going to do 20 push-ups or 50 push-ups, or I would do as many as I could fucking do. So if I failed at 50, I failed at 50. If I failed at 75, I failed at 75. If I failed at 100, I failed at 100. So I got to the point where I could do over 100 push-ups in a row. Now, granted, they weren't the slowest push-ups. They weren't, you know, they were a decent pace. They were pretty fast, but they were good for full range of motion. None of this fucking, like, little fucking bullshit. It was full range. Boom, 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 boom. Military-style press-ups, all right? Press-ups, push-ups, whatever the fuck you want to call them. So, number one for chest, press-ups, okay? Or push-ups. Secondary to that, now, the push-up you're doing obviously on the floor, but what you can do, in order to hit the upper angle of the chest, so the top of the chest here, I would then change the angle of my feet. So I would put my feet up against the bed or the chair, and I'd put my hands on the floor. So you've now got an angle, okay? So now, instead of pushing forward, you're almost pushing upwards a little bit, you know? So that would help work the upper chest proportion. And yeah, so I would use them all the time as well. It's basically like doing an incline on a bench press, you know? So you do flat and then you do incline, all right? So we're targeting two different areas of the chest there, mid-chest and then upper chest, okay? So that was the first two exercises. After that, you know, to target more of the upper chest, but now obviously you're starting to work more into the shoulders, I would take my feet and I would like walk them up against the wall, okay, or the door, and I would go as high as I could. Normally, look, I'm not gonna lie, I can't do fucking handstand push-ups or press-ups. I'm not a fucking gymnast. I tried for, you know, a long period of time to be able to do it, but it was fucking difficult to get it where you could like literally do it 100% in the air. I got pretty close. I still had to have one foot up against the wall though, or the door, but yeah, you'd be at a really fucking high angle, you know, so you're putting a lot of pressure on the shoulders and obviously on the chest. Again, that's targeting more of the upper chest, but it was starting to get to the point where it's working more shoulders, okay? But anyway, that way you've worked the chest from at least the two first basic angles of the mid-chest and also the upper chest. The next exercise would be dips. Now, there's two different variations that I could do in my cells. So one variation of the dips was basically up against my bed, or I'd use the chair. So I would get myself up against the chair, and I'm just boom, 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 just pushing them out, you know what I'm saying? So that would be one variation with your elbows backwards. And then the other variation was I used to fucking stack books I'd stack the books on the chair, and then I'd use the desk. And then in that position, boom, boom, boom. So you'd have your elbows back again, but it's a different angle, you know, and that would really work the lower chest, you know. So you're pressing down with the dips, you're pressing forward with the press-ups, and then you're pushing up with either the, you know, like the fucking incline press or or your legs up against the wall, almost into like a handstand push-up, right? So you've now got the chest from all angles, okay? Those were pretty much the four basic exercises that I stuck to for chest. You couldn't do flies, you couldn't do crossover cables. The only other one that I would sometimes incorporate, but it was fucking difficult and it was awkward as fuck, was I would fill my bag. We had the like prison bags you would carry your stuff in, and these bags were fucking big, and they were strong. They weren't going to fucking split or anything. So I would fill the bag with water, and I would scrunch up the top, obviously. I would hoist it back, I would lie down on the bench and I would do dumbbell pullovers, you know, or what would you normally call as a dumbbell pullover in a gym. And what that does is that targets the pec minor, which comes down here. If you look on a fucking Google Images and type pec minor, you'll see where the muscle is, and it's behind the major, and it helps with, you know, that kind of movement, all right, of bringing the shoulders forward and the arms over. So that way you've hit the chest from all angles. You've hit the chest, the pec major and the pec minor as well. And the most important thing above everything is not the fucking exercise variation. You know, it's not the type of exercises that you're doing. It's not, you know, for how long or any of that bollocks. It's the intensity that you're going to fucking work out with, okay? Intensity, what does that mean? It means how much effort you're putting yourself through, how much pain you're putting your body through, how hard you're willing to work, you know? You can't just do 20 push-ups and think you're going to get a fucking decent chest or think you're going to get jacked. You need to be fucking squeezing, boom, squeeze, boom, squeeze. You need to be hitting that shit daily. You need to be aggressive with it. If you're feeling flat, you need to fucking try to up your carbohydrates. If you're feeling tired or whatever, maybe take a couple of days off if you're not getting a good pump through the chest or whatever. But the most important thing, like I say, is the level of intensity that you're going to bring. That's more important than anything, okay? Is your mindset is in the intensity in it. And that's pretty much it. So that was my cell chest workout. 4 exercises there: press-ups, incline press-ups, standing press-ups or handstand press-ups if you can go that high, and then the 2 variations of the dips. That was pretty much the basic that I stuck to, and that's what helped build me. That's what helped me to build my chest up, you know, the way that it's at now. You'll notice I got a shitload of stretch marks running through my fucking chest and upper arms and that they was all caused in that time period because I was growing like a motherfucker. And my stretch marks now, they've faded as fuck. Like, you can't really, I know you can probably see them, but trust me, these things, when they first came out, they was red. They was fucking red, man. It looked like I was bleeding from here. That's how fucking much stretched out I was, because I was growing quickly, because I was putting in the intensity. I was eating the food, and I was training my ass off. I had the mindset that I wanted to fucking do it, get it done, and it was working. So yeah, like I say, put the work in. Don't worry too much about the variations. That was my routine. You want to do something yourself, which is different, go ahead. But make sure you put the intensity in, because that's the most important thing. And we're done.